Hi, welcome back. Happy New Year. If I haven't said it already, I'm sure I have in a couple of videos. But I have this new little gadget I'm testing out that I bought myself for Christmas. It's supposed to follow me around. And I look a little today, which is okay because it's not about me. It's about the ladies over here. But important, watch this. We have our window back and the bench is empty. So we all know what that means. No, I don't need to buy more plants. I need to rearrange some things, although I would love to buy some more plants, and I probably will, but not right now. First things first, so this thing's supposed to follow me around as I'm moving, and so far it's working rather well. I'll just continue doing what I was going to do, and then once I edit, we'll see how this all works out. First things first, though, I was watering, and I found on my looseberry that I got from Orchid Web. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know how this is going to work once I get closer to it, if it's going to keep trying to move around or not, but we will do our best. However, look. Oh, come here. So it just showed you the wrong side. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'll still learn how to play with that, but do you see? We are going to have a spike on our looseberry. And this is the one that I got from Orchid Web, Orchid Classics. Fun times. And it's probably going to just move itself around. So like I said, I'll have to play around with it, but it's kind of a cool little gadget so far. And put that back. And then our Tadia Little Pretty Cross with Zuma's Pixie, her blooms are starting to swell. So far I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be the first reblooming since, December of 2020. So it's been a minute. What else? Oh, Iris has decided that she is going to grace us with her lovely blooms. Let me see if I can get to her. Lots of exciting things to show you guys. Oh, for those of you who missed the cakeys, let me just show you Andrea here. She has been renamed Andrea. Look how beautiful. Is she not just pretty? She's opened up another bloom and then has more yet to come. And then let me move my stool over. Does anybody else have short people problems? I feel like most of us in the world are short, but look, Iris has decided, she's popped open 2 blooms so far. And already has a branch right there that she's working on. So, wonder if she's going to decide to bloom all year like she did last year. She literally bloomed from January to September of last year. And good news with this one, this is Harlequin that was kind of struggling. She is definitely on the road to recovery. She has beautiful roots coming out, as well as the most important thing is look at the juicy roots on the inside there. That is amazing. So she's on her road to recovery, and I'm hoping that she does grace me with a lovely bloom, but one never knows. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Hopefully this thing will follow me because I did a thing. So I did this thing right here. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my goodness, guys, look. How pretty is she? I couldn't resist her. I had to. And look at all the buds opening, and then she's got a branch here. And if I can get her out of her pot, I'm just excited to have all this space in my living room again. And she has a decent enough root system here. Okay, see, I've got to figure out how this thing works, but she's got a decent enough root system in there. Right now she isn't all moss. This is her little pot that she came in. I just put some bark on top just to kind of fill it in and keep the algae from growing on top. And she came in a white pot, so I don't have to change that out. And let's see, and we've got our Macrobay Pops, who is still going strong on his bloom, her bloom, and this new growth. Look how big it has gotten. just amazing. And I thought I saw another new growth on this one, but it was just a back part of a leaf. And what else can we talk about over here? Which twinkle is this? This is the white showers. The blooms are starting to swell out. So hopefully, you can see that. Hopefully we'll be getting some blooms on that one soon so I can see what that one looks like. This one is supposed to be all white as opposed to my Fragrance Fantasy that I have right here that is finally in full bloom here. She's white with the yellow and then that pink tinge. I don't know if you can really tell the pink tinge on there or not, but working on her new growths. And then the white showers is also working on some new growths. Oh, and the rhodromonia is also, whoop, rocks falling everywhere, but I don't care. Look at the fan, how big it's gotten. Can you see that fan in there? Maybe. There it goes, right there. So that one is progressing rather well. And there was, so this piece of my pink doll that I decided I was just going to put in, there's moss at the bottom of some rock, but look what we have. We have roots coming, so she'll be able to be potted up pretty soon. That is amazing. Like I said, I'm going to be using the word amazing a lot here in this little short video because we also have new root growth down. You see that little root peeking out there? So that one has some new root growth on it. And this is the other little sickly piece off of the pink doll. The larger portion right here, this one that I'm pointing at, I'm not going to pick her up because there's no new root growth or anything going on with her. Put this one back before I knock it over. But Miss Maxima here, that new growth right here is just shot up in the last week, as well as the smaller new growth right down here and this one here. So right now she's working on 3 new growths and lots of roots just continually getting in there. I did cut the spikes off of the key lime stars and her roots are starting to go down into the pot. I did another thing. So I did replace my DPTS fullers. I still have the one I'm trying to recover, but I decided I was going to get another one. At least I'm thinking this is it. I haven't gone through all my pictures yet, but look how pretty she is. Look at that. That one is so pretty. I did have to put her in her own pot though because the nursery pot I bought her in was busted and she was growing out of it. So I went ahead and just stuck her in here and she has a decent root system and doing well. And then move that over there that way. Oh, and then we have this beauty here. This is a miniature. So Paula from Hillbilly Orchids the other day did a video on miniatures and you can tell this is going to be a miniature. Just, I mean, look how small those leaves are. And then look at the blooms. I know I have too many fowls, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Tell me you would have walked away and resisted that. Come on. Look how gorgeous she is. And she's tiny. She doesn't take up a lot of space. However, the star of today's show is my lark song. Look at this beauty. I'm going to show you guys these in the light too. I'm just kind of playing around with these today, but look at her. Oh, look at what's going on in that lip. Like there's just so much going on in that lip. So pretty. And I like the way that she's kind of uniforming down. That's just, she's my favorite. My favorite. I say that probably about all of them, don't I? But she truly is my favorite. She's my channel banner. She's my channel profile picture. Let's go over here and see if it'll follow me. Oh, and it did. So I moved the amaryllis over here because look at the flower stalks on this. Look at that. if I can get a still off of the last video that I did, you'll see how much she has grown. But I noticed today, and this is why I put her over by the window, is she is cracking that bud open. So that should be flowering here shortly. And I've been turning her because the flower stakes kept going side to side, and the dendrobium is still going nice and strong here. So that is not going over quite yet. I don't see a new growth or anything, and I'm assuming that'll happen once I cut this flower spike here, which I'll probably do in the next week or so, even though these flowers are fairly fresh, just before spring, and hopefully we can get another cane to develop so that we can see the blooms again. And then Catatante over here, which you can't see. Let me pull her out. She is still working on her spike, which is getting rather long now, if it can focus. And the new growth is really starting to shoot out as well. So maybe once this one gets done blooming, this one will be ready to bloom. And this one, oh, I keep touching the happy sap unintentionally. But look at all the happy sap on her. Oh, if I can get it to stay still. Can you see all that happy sap? Okay, and the good news about having this space open is one of these Tradescanthia is going to go into the room that I use as a cool down room, but in the summertime it gets warmer, so I'm going to have to be careful what I have in there. And then I'm going to put my 2 Thanksgiving cactus right here to kind of open this space up some, because I just gave this one a haircut about a week ago, and you can see she's already ready for another haircut. Cucullata's doing well. Oh, and the jewel orchid, which I have her labeled as a Ludicea discolor, but I think she's the other one because her venations are more pink than they are purple, than they are white. So I'm going to have to look that one up, because I know there's a different name for the one with the venation that is more on the pink than the white. But look, her spikes are coming right along as well. And for those of you who are interested in African violets, I've got 2 that I'm going to show you right now. One is this beauty here. I love that variegation through there, how it opens up almost a solid, and then as it matures, it gets that variegation in there. That is just pretty. I'm hoping that the one that I'm propagating, which is this one, because this is one of the mini leaves, I just don't know which one, but I'm hoping that this one here is from that one, to see what kind of baby it makes. What an interesting thing that'll be. And then the other one is this one here. She's just a little soft pink one. Isn't that pretty though? And they are both in these self-watering pots here, and I keep just a little bit of water in there, just enough to keep the terracotta moist so that they don't keep wet feet. And what else? Oh, let me show you Philippensis real quick. Show you the spike on that. And then, so we are going to get some flowers. Let me come around on this side here. But maybe, come on, move this way. Okay, we'll go this way then. But as you can see, she's got about two or three little buds there. So, all right, so this thing doesn't know where I'm at. So every time you move, it kind of tries to find you. So I'll have to really play around with it. But I really like being able to pick things up and show you guys, excuse me, one more thing. Nope, I said one more thing. After this, one more thing. Look at her. My goodness. And that spike right there is just really starting to take off. I took it and I kind of picked it up a little bit because it was going up under the leaf, but I wanted it to be on the outside. But look at all the aerial roots she has. And for those of you who are wondering, she does have, maybe if it'll come back over here, there we go. She does have roots in the pot as well. So again, for those people who tell you that if you have aerial roots, your orchid does not like the media they're in, Well, you can just tell them hobbykosh, because if there are roots in the pot and roots on the outside of the pot, that just means that's where the humidity is, or that's just where they want to grow. But we should be getting a spike or a bloom on our tying shin fly eagle, because, can you see it? It is trying to burst itself open. So that would be nice if both of these blooms would open up at the same time. And again, this spike grew in my care, so this will be my first blooming of her, not even reblooming, because when I purchased her, she was not in bloom. And she is one of my Brookside orchid ladies. And that, guys, I think will be it for today as far as testing our little machine here. So let me know if it was a little seasickening, moving around too much, a little confusing, if you couldn't really see things. Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys are continuing to have a great new year. I'll see you on the next one.